If you manage to read my article or even see the video with the read, uh, the discussion this week has been about what happens after the Oscars. And we spoke about a few biases in the article. I'm just going to look at a few examples across each to bring them alive to you. Yeah. So we started with the survivorship bias, which basically means all our assumptions are based on success stories. Why we feel the Oscars are so great is because we've seen Oscar winners over the years really build careers which were legendary. Whether it's a Meryl Streep or an Al Pacino, uh, it's just magical what they've done to cinema and to their audiences or us. From there, we move to the spotlight bias. Now, Emma Stone, when she won for La La Land, in fact, has even gone on record to say that every move of hers was scrutinized after that, whether she could deliver a performance like La La Land again. And that really is the spotlight effect. Once you won, or once a movie has won, the kind of expectations from the actors is at a different level altogether. And she's spoken about it too. Okay, we move on next to I'm sorry, yeah, we move on next to the recency bias and why you are really remembered only by your last performance and not by the Oscar or what you are capable of. Let's take, for example, Rami Malek and the Bohemian Rhapsody. Since then, there really has not been any role which has been seen in the same light, or the applause he has received for any other role has not come close to the role that we are like Bohemian Rhapsody. The next is the expectation bias, and Joaquin Phoenix with the Joker, I think epitomizes that, because after the stellar performance in the first movie, one really expected that bar to be set at a very different level, and even when he's giving crazy performances, it sometimes the bar just doesn't get there. The expectation is so high after having seen the Joker that it really becomes a problem. And last, I'm going to talk about uh, 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 the identity that gets created around a role that you've done. J.K. Simmons in Whiplash really makes you believe he's that stern coach, that stern authoritative figure. And moving out of the, while that is what got him the halo, it turned into a horn because seeing him in any other role just didn't fit after that stellar performance. The entire article or approach in this has been held together by hedonic adaptation, and it only talks about how this joy of winning is so short lived because our brain tends to uh, normalize it, normalize our feelings after that big high. It doesn't take very long to